how great the chasm that lay between us, how high the mountain I could not climb. In desperation I turned to heaven and spoke your name into the night.
Hi, my name is Amy Latta, and I'm the Associate Director at Streetlight at YFC.
In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Amen. All right.
A ministry gauge that significantly impacts our focus is healthy relationships, seeking reconciliation and vibrant community. Relationships make every difference in the path a young person will take. Please welcome Kes as she shares her story and how relationships have impacted her life.
Hello? Oh, there we go. Okay. I'll start by introducing myself. My name is Cass, and I'm 21 years of age. I have a young daughter named Hazel, and this is my partner, Thomas. When I was around the age of 15, 16, I started skipping school and smoking pot and being overall rebellious. After many fights with my mom, she decided to kick me out. This was in the middle of the night at 1 a.m. in the middle of a blizzard. So I called my father and he came to my rescue and picked me up. Living with my father only lasted about a month or two because it was not the ideal living situation for me. So I moved out and into my friend's place with herself and her dad, and they were nice to me, and my friend's dad had one goal for me, and that was that I went to school, but that only lasted for a little time. Now this was around the time that I found out about Streetlight, roughly 6 years ago when I was 15 years old. I started coming around and I introduced myself to the YFC team, and I was welcomed with open arms and for once felt like I belonged somewhere. The Streetlight team made me feel so welcomed. I have put them through a lot of my drama, and yet they still treat me like family. My street life started when I started getting involved with this one guy, and I moved in with his brother and parents. I didn't know it at the time, but it was a drug house, and this guy didn't really have respect for me. But it was through this guy's brother that I met a man and naively got involved with him. I later found out that he was 38 years old. And I do admit it was kind of stupid of me as a 17-year-old, and I started dating him. I thought I was head over heels for this man, but in all honesty, I just wanted the attention that came with it, now thinking back to it. I remember telling Justin about this relationship, and the look he gave me was of shock, but he wished me the best and warned me to be safe. When I was with this guy, he convinced me to try hard drugs, which kicked off a 2-year drug addiction. I was in and out of the shelter for several months, jumping between friends' couches, and I started showing up less to Streetlight because I felt guilty and I felt like I was letting everyone down. But every time I showed up, they were just happy to see me, and most of all were happy that I was safe and alive. Through all of my addiction and hard times, the Streetlight team never gave up on me. They tried to point me in the right direction and always tried to motivate me to do better. When I finally called it quits with my ex-boyfriend, the Streetlight team was there with open arms and were ready to help me again. I decided to get sober, and I'm happy to say that I've been close to 3 years now. And honestly, I couldn't be happier. Getting sober was hard on my own, but after many failed attempts, here I am to say I'm clean today. Streetlight helped me stay positive and always made me feel welcomed. I have always enjoyed coming around for the company of staff and volunteers. I was afraid of opening up to the team, but after many conversations, I found myself asking for advice with day-to-day life things. Last year, I met Amy, and I don't really remember meeting Amy. She just appeared one day, and I instantly felt this connection. I felt like she was a sister. I remember many conversations that have led to our mentorship relationship that we have today. Around the same time that I met Amy, I got evicted from my place and moved in with Thomas and his brother. Shortly after that, I found out I was pregnant. I decided to go down to Streetlight and nervously told Amy that I was pregnant. She was ecstatic and was happy for me. She assured me that I would be a great mom, and if I needed anything, that she and the YF team would be there for Thomas and I. The team helped Thomas and I in so many different ways. They provided us with many different resources and helped us gather supplies. They helped us, mainly Thomas, build the courage to stand up to his brother and move out. They helped him figure out the steps he needed to do and how to talk to his brother and helped him calm down after he'd moved in with me. All I can say is that YFC as a whole is an amazing bunch of people. People who show up to the hospital after you've given birth, people who check in on you when they're worried, and people who, even though they've had a horrible day, still keep smiling because they love their jobs. I remember this one day, Amy and I started talking, and I told her that she was like a second mother to me, and she started crying. She gave me a hug and thanked me because she was having a hard time, and it made me happy knowing that I had cheered her up. Today I think about my future. I'm going to start school in January. I'm happy about starting a new chapter in my life. What I see in my future is finishing school, becoming a registered personal support worker, and growing a larger family. Recently, Thomas and I began training to become peer leaders within the YFC community. And I'm excited about this because it will open new opportunities in life. By being with YFC, it will show my child that everything in life is not easy, but you can always change your future. With the help of YFC, I know that this is possible, and I hope that one day I'll have an active role within the YFC community and that I can impact someone's life like YFC has impacted mine. Thank you.
Through the darkness, your loving kindness tore through the shadows of my soul. The work is finished, the end is written. Jesus Christ, my living hope.
My name is Emily Jensen and I serve as the community youth worker at YFC London.
We didn't know.
The Gauge Rooted Identity, Engaging Life with Jesus, is one I get to empower youth with in all of our programs. When a person's identity is secured in knowing that they are loved and worthy for who they are in Christ, the pressures of life become manageable.
Okay. You do not. Do you have everything they need?
Please welcome Ella and Aurora as they share their story.
Hi, I'm Ella. And I'm Aurora. We go to the Hub, Summit camps, and Outbound camps programs at YFC.
I started going because our mom signed me up for Summit camps. I kept coming back to YFC because it is a positive and fun place and the staff are very easy to talk to.
I heard about YFC from Ella and I kept coming back because the staff are really kind and understanding.
YFC is a warm place where you feel invited and safe. It's good for people who are trying to figure out their faith or don't really know a lot about being a Christian. The staff are good at explaining it and don't make you feel judged for asking questions.
At YFC, you feel like you're free to express how you feel, and the programs that happen at YFC give us the chance to learn and talk about who God is and what faith means to us. I've really enjoyed learning lately about what God means to me. I have learned through the programs at YFC that God will never give up on me. Any mistakes that I have made don't have to hold me back or define me. God will never drop me for any reason. This is different from a lot of my experiences in the world around me. Being at YFC has helped me to see how my relationship with God is different from any relationship with anyone else.
I have struggled with my faith recently. I used to go to church, but then some things in my life changed and I found it harder to go. Going to the camps this summer really helped me with this. I got to learn and talk about more God during the camp programs and also one-on-one talking with the leaders. This has helped me feel like I was finding my faith again and that I had somewhere to go figure things out.
This year, we are looking forward to coming back to camps and hub program to spend time with friends and leaders.
We want to thank all of you for supporting YFC. It's because of your support that our positive experience have been possible. Thank you.
Who could imagine so great a mercy? What heart could fathom such boundless grace? The God of ages stepped down from glory to wear my sin and bear my shame.
Good evening. I'm Jay Lawrence. I'm the director of Compass Basketball. One gauge that we continually encourage our players is in meaningful education, the value of active learning. Education provides youth with confidence, opportunities, and open doors for their future and as leaders in our communities.
Go family on three. 1, 2, 3, family.
Please welcome Avery as he shares with us his story.
Hi there, my name is Avery Meller and I'm a grade 12 student at A.B. Lucas High School. I've been with the YFC Compass basketball program for the past 4 years and want to share a little bit of what the Compass program has meant to me. At the beginning, it was just a team I wanted to join so that I could play higher level basketball than what was available in London at the time. Once we started practicing and playing, I realized it was different than any other team I have played on. We had weekly team dinners, homework meetings every week before practice, and other team bonding experiences. This created a second family apart from my own family. I know I can speak for the team when I say that everyone felt free to be themselves, and it was an all-around great environment. Even though it was fun, we were also challenged to do hard work and focus on our character. Compass has taught me how to be a leader and given me experiences to practice that leadership. I enjoy helping others and sometimes get to train the younger kids in the program. It has taught me how to be consistent in both my athletics and academics, but most importantly, beyond basketball, I have learned that who I am is more important than what I do. Coaches have encouraged me and taught me that my worth doesn't come from my success, but rather my worth comes from who created me. My mission for the next few years is to play basketball in university. This isn't easy, but I am working towards this mission. I have a weekly training plan that I follow, so I'm in the gym or lifting weights 5 days a week. It's not easy to be disciplined, but to be honest, I love it. At the same time, I have managed to keep a 90% average in school. I hope to get both an academic and basketball scholarship. This year at Compass, we are being taught to chase greatness. The word GREAT is an acronym for our players. G stands for gratitude, R is respect, E is encouragement, A is accountability, and T stands for toughness. These are the values our coaches encourage us to chase. Compass and YFC have given us so many activities and team bonding experiences that set it apart from all the other organizations. We have had the fortunate opportunity to go to week-long summer camp at Muskoka Woods, which I have to say has been the most fun weeks of my life. At Muskoka, we do fun activities, but we also have team talk every day. One day, Coach Jay challenged us to discover our purpose. He said that we will only find our purpose when we know who created us. I want to know my purpose, even though that's sometimes hard to understand. Most of the year, I spend with Compass players and coaches. We train throughout the school year, and also during the summer we train together. I have made some good friends through the program and also got to travel to many cities across the US to play. Compass has always been my getaway from the negative things in life that go on. When I get to the gym or wherever with my teammates, I am always happy and feel a part of a family. I think our team is different from others because of the things that we do, not related to basketball, and the life skills we learn. I believe the bonds and friendships that I have gained through Compass will last my lifetime, which is more valuable than winning any game or getting any scholarship. I want to give a special shout out to Coach Jay, Coach Gareth, Coach Mike, Coach Joshi, and the rest of Compass coaches. They have dedicated countless hours, time, and energy to Compass basketball program, the most coveted basketball program in town. Jay has also seen the positive in us, even when we doubted ourselves, and inspired a love in the game for all of us. But more than that, Jay has helped shape each and every one of us into becoming a better person, so thank you.
The cross has spoken, I am forgiven. The King of Kings calls me his own. Beautiful Savior, I am yours forever. Jesus Christ, my living hope. Hallelujah, praise the one who set me free. Hallelujah, death has lost its grip on me. You have broken every chain. There's salvation in your name, Jesus Christ, my living hope.
Hi, my name is Dorothy Babbage, and I am the cafe manager for Cafe Connect.
Can I have a bun, Jesse?
Their purpose, discovering and utilizing the gifts and abilities, is a gauge that we actively work within.
Just but make sure you feel the bottom of like the tin. I did not do that.
A young person's confidence grows when they see how their skills and passion provide meaning and purpose. Please welcome Dalton as he shares his story.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dalton Schwartz, and I am 25 years old. I currently live in London, Ontario. I began work in my volunteer position at Youth for Christ for approximately 2 years ago. At first, I was nervous and I did not know what to expect. I had a new job in a new environment with new people, and I found it very overwhelming. As I arrived for my first shift, I was greeted by Dorothy and Kat, who immediately made me feel welcome and a part of the team. All my anxiety of working my first shift quickly went away, and I began my first day of training. I was super excited. Dorothy provided me with a tour of the facility and informed me of my job duties. My first role as a part of the team was to polish the silverware and wrap them together in napkins in order for the customers to have proper utensils while eating. My second role as part of the team is to ensure the windows are clean and sparkly. My third role as part of the team is to ensure that I vacuum the back room and that it is kept clean. My fourth role as part of the team is to ensure that all the dishes were properly washed and put away. At first, it was not easy for me to complete these tasks. However, with the help of the amazing staff at the cafe, I have been able to build a skill set and continue to be successful at my position. Over time, I have created positive relationships with the staff and customers who make me feel good about myself every single day. I have found the Youth for Christ for Cafe has had a positive effect on my life. I would recommend the Youth for Christ to others. I cannot wait to continue my volunteer position at the cafe and continue making a difference. Thank you.
Then came the morning that sealed the promise. Your buried body began to breathe out of the silence. The roaring lion declared the grave has no claim on me.
My name is Justin Dimoff, and I'm the Streetlight Director at London YFC. Working with young men in the E-Recycle program each week, I get to create opportunities for youth to model and learn about joyful service and putting others first. When a person identifies the value of others through service, that creates a healthy and vibrant community.
Makes the dream work.
And then a slow-mo high five.
That's slow-mo high five. Yeah.
Please join me in welcoming Alex to the stage to share his story.
Ladies, gentlemen, and honorable guests, hello, my name is Alex. I'm here to share with you my experience for Youth for Christ. The first day I came to YFC, I really didn't know what was going on or what to expect. I knew I was going to meet up with Justin and do my probation hours, but that was it. I showed up on October 17, 2018 to start my hours, but I wasn't in the greatest mind state. A week before, I got in a fight defending a friend, so when I first started, Justin saw was a blood red eye from a sucker punch. The two of us lugged a washing machine out of a basement of a house, recycled 2,000 plus pounds from DeWalt next door. As the day progressed, I was feeling more comfortable with the work and what was expected of me. We did our pickups, dropped off at Zubik's, and had a good meal. The next week, we had another full day of community pickups, and I was excited to show up every week. After that, it was an adventure. You never knew what you were going to find or what people you would meet. We worked through my hours in the winter. I finished my probation hours April 2019, sorry. For the last 6 months, I've been working part-time with the E-Recycle program. Some guys disappear when they finish their hours, but I wanted to stay involved. When Justin texts me, the first thought is, let's do this. When do you want me to show up? I have also got the chance to train with new guys and help them starting their hours. I remember where I started from and how I felt beginning. When I come to YFC, I know I'll have a chance to work. I'll have fun, laughs, and be fed. By the way, the egg slammers at the calf are great. Thank you for letting me share my experience with YFC, and I hope everyone has a great night. Thank you.
Then came the morning that sealed the promise. Your buried body began to breathe out of the silence. The roaring lion declared the grave has no claim on me. Jesus, yours is the Death has lost its grip on me. There's salvation in your name, Jesus Christ, my living hope.
My name is Erin Fenn, and I serve as Community and Youth Outreach Worker at YFC London.
Welcome. Welcome.
One of the gauges in my ministry focus is renewed character, growing in virtue.
Sound off!
Youth are able to be positive influencers as they develop qualities like humility, patience, self-control, kindness, and the list goes on.
2, 1. Head down, cross town, living like a rock star, spend a lot of money on my brand new guitar.
Please welcome Ellie as she shares some of her experiences from Outbound camps this summer.
Hello, my name is Ellie Cascanet, and I had the honor of being a leader and a lifeguard for Youth for Christ Outbound Camp this past summer. When I think about the people in my life who have positively influenced my faith in Christ, 3 stand out. First is my Nana, who has a desire to build a legacy in her grandkids, providing and protecting for the needs of others. Second is my Papa, who taught me to work hard, perseverance, and serving others. Finally, my elementary school teacher, who also happened to be my aunt, encouraged me to live with integrity and not to conform to the status quo. She taught me to face my fears, which for me meant facing the fear of failure, and that I was not perfect nor had to be. I tend to be a bit quiet and don't consider myself a leader nor an influencer. I wanted to develop these areas in my life, and Outbound provided the opportunity. I remember walking down a trail with a camper one morning, listening to her open up about the struggle with her family dynamics. I was struck with the burden she was carrying. I could not fix her situation, but I could listen to her and pray. On a lighter side, I also learned patience when faced with a week without my conditioner and a burr fight that got out of control. Outbound encouraged adventure, fun times, and relationships with others and God. This summer at YFC, I was able to see girls at various stages in their spiritual journey. Some not knowing Jesus and hearing about him for the first time, others just developing their faith. I was encouraged to be more understanding that each of us are at different points in our journey, and I shouldn't judge too quickly, but instead come alongside and let the Holy Spirit work. This summer was a very positive time and a great learning opportunity for me.
Hallelujah, praise the one who set me free. Hallelujah. Death has lost its grip on me. I've broken every chain in salvation in your name, Jesus Christ, my living hope. Jesus Christ, my living